Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Shenanigans. Well, Adrian, you have completed your first mission for the dragon. You come up the next morning looking for goblins.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the goblins. They promised to come here. So, and you know, they might serve my dragon lord. And the dragon could always use more followers. And if not, she's got a meal.
Yeah. Well, you're hanging out, waiting for them to show. And they do show, but it takes until evening. Maybe late afternoon. You know, the sun is beginning to dip down in the west. The horizon's taking on this reddish-orange hue. The leaves are beginning to fall. It's kind of nice outside. The occasional rumbling down below lets you know the dragon's around. And that's when the goblins show up. This time it's not 2 of them, it's 6 of them. He's brought his whole clan, and now he's ready for business. So the lead goblin shows up, points his short sword at you, and says, "You there!"
Do you have an appointment, sir?
We don't need no stinking appointment. We have swords.
I can't let you down the hole without an appointment. You can't go down the hole.
We don't want to go in the hole. No, no hole.
Oh, then you don't need an appointment. I guess it's not. You're not good enough to go down then. Okay.
Wait, what you mean?
Well, only the most worthy can go down the hole, and if you don't have an appointment,
I can go down hole. I just don't want to go down hole.
That's what you're saying, but you don't have an appointment. That's why you're not going down the hole.
He looks back at the other goblins a few times, looks at you. Show me appointments. I make appointment. I show you I make appointment.
All right. You make an appointment. What do you want an appointment for today, tomorrow?
Yeah. Now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You have to be quick. Can you do it quick? Because the next appointment. Well, I mean, you've only got an hour free before the next person comes.
Who's coming?
Well, the dragon's very important, you know. Come on.
Are you sure they're dragon down there? Dragons live in sky, not in ground.
If I'm wrong, come back up here and stab me. But this is the dragon appointment book, so it has to be a dragon.
The other goblins all nod. Yeah, if you're lying, just stab him. That seems to make sense.
Yeah, just go down the... Okay, you got an appointment now. You're allowed down the hole.
The goblin scoots towards the edge and waves the other off and go, I big boss. I go down. You stay. You keep eye on this one. And
yeah, only you have an appointment because you're the big boss. They don't have an appointment.
They all nod in agreement. Yeah, he's the big boss. Yeah. And the big boss heads down the hole.
How are you? Is Big Boss a good boss?
Boss? Is he good boss?
Yeah, is he good boss or bad boss?
He's a good boss.
My dragon's a good boss too. She said, "Go get fat human," and I get a fat human.
You get fat human?
Yeah. She ate a fat human.
Oh, yeah.
If you get fat human, dragon will be happy.
What color is dragon?
Oh, red.
That's the color of blood. No wonder it wants to eat person. Do you eat person?
Nah. I don't have the fangs, see? I can't eat people. I've got to eat human food.
Okay.
So I go into town, buy human food, or take human food, and come get person, come back here. Dragon eat person, I eat food.
They nod. They have their weapons out. They seem happy to talk to you amicably, but at the same time, they're ready to kill you if their boss says something. When you hear from down below.
Oh, that was dragon. You must have been naughty.
What do you mean?
Who's big boss now? Well, if you make dragon angry, dragon eat you.
Oh.
Who's new big boss?
The 5 goblins look between each other, and they roll to see who's big boss. It's definitely not that first goblin. Could be the second one. Nope, the third one seems to be positioning himself. The fourth one definitely not. Ooh, goblins 2, 3, and 5 rolled 15, 16, 17 for their charisma checks, which puts them at a contest. I mean, technically one might have rolled higher than the other, but they're at the point where all three of them think that they're in charge, and the other two are very sure that they're not in charge.
Look, the new big boss gets appointment, not normal gobbo. So who's the new big boss?
I big. No, I big. You're not big, boss. I'm big. The goblins begin to squabble. They quickly switch over to the goblin tongue to do their quarreling, while the other two take a few steps back and like lower their weapons to the ground and look back and forth between all three, trying to figure out what to do.
I wait patiently with the book, waiting to write down the new boss, the new boss's appointment.
The three throw down their weapons and attack each other with tooth and nail and fight the traditional goblin way. Natural 1 on attack roll. That goblin's embarrassing himself. 16, a 12. All right. Eventually, the goblin with 16 charisma, or that rolled a 16 on their check, comes out on top, having like got scratches across his face. There's like little bits of blood trickling down, but his claws are the sharpest and the strongest, and the other goblins have been beaten and cowed into order.
Your new big boss?
I knew big boss, yes.
What's your name? And I'll write you down as new big boss in the book.
Brig.
Okay, Brig, you're now the big boss. See, I wrote it down in the book. Did you want to speak? We've got an appointment available for you if you want to meet my boss.
Who? Oh, Dragon?
Yeah, Dragon, my boss.
No, I don't think I want to meet Dragon.
Okay. You're fine to be up here, but if you go downstairs, you have to say hello to Dragon. You can't ignore Dragon when you go down the ladder. If you stay up here, you don't have to say hello to Dragon.
Yeah, Do you have to go now? This is our house now.
No, it's the Dragon's house. The Dragon's downstairs, and I work for Big Boss Dragon. Well, okay.
What stop us from killing you and taking house?
You know what? How about you tell the Dragon you're taking over? Because who's going to feed Dragon if I'm dead?
No one, and then Dragon starve, and then we take Dragon treasure.
Dragon's been down there for 1,500 years with no food.
Gonna go very hungry soon.
She was not hungry. She's magic. She can make magic food. But I get her nice, tasty humans. Will you get her nice, tasty humans?
No, but I just fill in hole. We goblins, we good at digging holes.
She'll
we fill in this one, and then no more dragon.
That's 100 feet down.
This is a lot of dirt.
She'll breathe fire on you.
No, we just toss in dirt from upstairs.
She'll breathe fire out the pit. It'll go out the pit.
All the way out?
I've seen it.
Goblin takes a rock and tosses it towards the hole. It misses. Grabs another rock, tosses it in the hole, tumbles down. We throw a rock then, no dirt.
Order one of your people down there to get the fire to go through.
What?
Well, your new big boss, send one of your underlings down there to check.
No, we know Dragon down there.
Really?
Last big boss just died.
Yeah, but you're the new big boss, so you can order one of your people who tried to be big boss and they shouldn't have been big boss down there. Because they'll try to be big boss when you're asleep one day.
No. You see, loyalty comes from forgiveness.
Sorry, I did not know.
Loyalty comes from forgiveness. You forgive someone, that make them loyal to you. You seek retribution, that make them not loyal.
Okay. Well, I've got to be loyal to my boss, and your goblins are loyal to you.
That makes sense. Mm-hmm.
Okay, look. If you look at this place, you can have to be on the other side of this wall, and I'll be on this side of the wall where the pit is.
You get that side, we get this side?
Yeah. But
what happens when we want that side?
No, you have to share. Because I have to work for my big boss, and you are new big boss of goblins.
What if we just kill you?
But that's not nice. I work for Dragon.
We're goblins. We're not nice.
I know that, and I'm not nice either. I fed big fat lady to Dragon yesterday.
Okay. And now I feed you to Dragon.
Okay, let's go down the ladder and see who gets fed.
Okay.
All right, I will head down the ladder with the goblin.
The goblin will go down the ladder with you. He seems pretty confident in his plan.
All right. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You head on downstairs
Your
into
Majesty,
the earth. Oh, yeah. Go
Your
ahead.
Majesty, just a little snack for you, trespassers. They said they do not want to worship you. I said they should worship you, and they said they didn't want to.
The goblin's eyes go wide with terror as he sees the dragon and you calmly talking to it. He musters all the courage in his tiny little body and says, great dragon, I bring you tribute. I bring
Where's
you
your tribute?
I bring you person. I bring you person in metal skin.
I was already here. I work here. You can't bring someone who already works here. Where's your real tribute? You told me you had tribute. Where's your tribute?
Very good, little one. You have brought me a most delicious offering. Now come and receive your prize. And the goblin hurries towards the dragon and throws himself at the dragon's feet and gets promptly gobbled up.
Well, there's 4 more. I'll try to get them to come down so you can eat them.
Dragon looks a little like...
Well, if you want
like
to
you have a...
just get... I can get them to go away if you want instead.
He's got the look on his face like if you eat an orange that's maybe a little underripe and it's like a little sour and not quite sweet, and it's like, it's still good, but like it's not, you know.
Yeah. Well,
she's accepting of the offering.
They're right here. I'll just get them down here. Like you're not going to throw away free food. I'll just go down.
Right? Yeah. Who would? Yeah, the dragons. Even though it's a red dragon, it's still all about, environmentalism and, not overtaxing the environment. You want to be able to eat a lot of things, so you want to, you can't just throw food away. Even dragons understand these points.
I climb up halfway up the hole, and I try to, I know it's not going to be close, but I'm going to try to pretend to be the goblin boss and order them to come down.
Yeah, give me an amazing charisma check. Just like stun me with your... Not that one. Nope. A goblin comes over and looks down the hole and goes, Where Big Boss?
Oh, Big Boss told me to bring you down.
Where Big Boss? Me?
Big Boss says there's too much treasure down there, and he needs you to get the treasure.
I thought you sacrifice.
No, the dragon says I'm too thin. But goblins, he's going to get paid treasure, then they'll get food for a dragon, but there's too much treasure for a goblin boss, so he ordered me to get you.
Okay.
All of the goblins have to come down now, because there's lots of treasure to
carry. Oh, that's a lot of treasure.
All for you. There's more treasure than goblin can carry.
Well, they all come on down.
I indicate where the treasure is behind the dragon.
Goblins make intelligence checks.
What'd you say?
2 of them are like, this is not good. I no go down. And 2 of them are like, this is great. There's lots of treasure. We go down. Soon there are only 2 goblins left.
Who's the new big boss?
Wait, what about old Big Boss?
Oh, they got eaten because they made dragon angry. So who's the new big boss?
The 2 look to each other. Him. And they like point to one another as who should be the new big boss.
Okay, you go down there and the dragon will decide who's the new big boss. Go on.
No.
I'll get my sword out.
No.
Go down the hole. Go down the hole now. Go on.
They back up. No. 4 bosses go down, 0 bosses come up. It's a bad hole. I know go down.
Well, you said you wanted to live here. That means someone has to be big boss.
No, I don't want to live here anymore. I go home. I go find a new home.
But dragons just wants to talk to you and give you treasure.
Give me a charisma check opposed by his intelligence.
Okay, both.
Or I guess his wisdom, I should say. Oh, he rolled a 17 on his wisdom.
No, 4 or 14. I fell.
Okay, yeah. The goblins decide they don't want to be here, and so they leave.
I know, and it's almost night time again because it was evening when they arrived. Mm-hmm. So I go back downstairs, and if the dragon has no need of me, I'll just sleep in my tent.
Yeah. Cool. They sleep.
Yeah.
You sleep.
Yeah.
The night passes. The next day. Well,
Is the dragon awake in the morning when I wake?
Yeah, dragon's sort of always in a state of weird slumber and alertness.
Your Majesty, is there no way I can free you from these prison?
No, I am trapped here, beyond the ability of leaving. No spell shall set me free.
I have heard tale of a dragon far off who wished themselves out of a trap. Do you know aware of something that could wish you out of this situation?
Do you have a wish scroll?
No, I wouldn't have heard of this, so no, Your Majesty. But there may be a ring, there might be a wish left on the ring that dragon used to wish themselves out of their cave.
Do you know where this ring is?
Under Mount Vesuvius.
Well,
the volcano.
Bring me a ring of wishes, servant.
Yes, Your Majesty. I hope there's a wish left on it, Your Majesty.
Well, the dragon's now expecting a ring with a wish on it, so you would better produce a ring with a wish on it.
Because there's one left on that ring, so I just got to find it.
Yeah, so how are you going to find it?
I'll go to the Spice Isles.
You go to what?
The Spice Isles, where Mount Vesuvius is.
Map.
It's black for me.
It's black for me too.
Why don't you map?
I have no idea. That's an unusual. Normally my screen doesn't get boobarred.
Oh, I can see now. It's loading.
Ah, splendid.
Right.
All right, so let's take a look at the world map. And you are right over here-ish.
Yeah.
And you want to go up here.
It's all blurry for me, but yeah.
Yeah, it'll take a moment to...
Oh, there it is. For me, it's finished loading.
Resolve,
yeah. The volcano Mount Vesuvius on Emerald Isle. There's a cave there that a red dragon once lived in.
Yes, there is.
And it escaped somehow. And the rumor was it wished itself out.
Yeah.
With a ring. And there could be a wish left in that ring, but there may not be. Now, out of character, I know there is, but in character, I don't know if there's a wish left in the ring.
Well, I mean, in the time between then and now, that wish may have been used. Yeah.
Yeah, it may be used. It might be gone. And if I investigate the chamber, I might find out more about how the chamber was built. So I think it's time to go to the Spice Isles to Velutin.
All right. To the Spice Isles and Velutin you go. So you're going to leave Berkshire, go to Kershwick and grab a boat to the Spice Isles?
Yeah. Dragon give me some working funds to get trouble, like last time. They gave me just some scales last time I sold the scale for money, but yeah.
You ask
I asked
Cinder for working funds?
I've been giving the dragon every single gold I've earned, so I've got no money.
Right, yeah.
So I need trouble funds, so could I have some pittance to make my way to the island?
Absolutely not, no.
Last time he gave me scales.
Yeah, well, this time, I mean... It's like an evil red dragon that's super greedy.
I'm not asking
it's
for it to be reasonable. I'm just saying.
Your request is not unreasonable at all, but this is a tyrannical beast who is imposing its will over other people.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. It's a monster.
Yeah,
it's not even going to help you help it.
I know.
What a creature.
Yeah, well, it's giving me a spell, so it's helping me with a command spell.
All right, well.
I've got 2 gold, so that might be enough to get me to Velutin, the village of Velutin.
That might be enough. You'll have to walk your way, of course.
I'll take the 2-day walk to Kershwick, out of town.
So, you're walking down the road between the Silkwood and the Pocket on your way to Kershwick when you make a perception check.
Okay. I'm doing really well on these today.
You really are. Wow. Yeah, and you see a pair of bugbears walking down the road towards you. You guys spot each other at about roughly the same time, and I think there's a pause as the bugbears stop and see you, and you stop and see the
Good
bugbears.
I just make sure my dragon amulet's visible.
You just greet them with a good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
These fearsome monsters who are here to rip your flesh and murder you.
Yeah.
How do they feel
Tell
about?
me, have there been any dead travelers on the road of late?
Gotta see what they're. 11. You're friendly. They're a little concerned. You know, this is maybe not exactly the situation they're used to.
I said a red dragon. I mean, anything can kill me, but I'm used to the dragon fear. If you can get used to such a thing.
So one of the bugbears goes, "Yeah, there's some dead travelers. About to be one in front of me. Hand over all your goods, and maybe I'll let you live."
Gentlemen, I've served a Dark Master. Just get the next person, please. I'm...
Who's your Dark Master? Rumbles.
Cinder the Red Dragon.
There's no red dragon in these parts.
Go to the temple, half an hour south of Berkshire. Head down to the pit and tell the dragon that they don't exist.
That's oddly specific.
Yes, it is, because that's where they are.
Well, one of them passes an intelligence check and is like, you know what? This is a little bit weird, even for around Berkshire. The other bugbear isn't having any of this nonsense. Pulls out its mace and takes a step towards you and goes, "I don't think you know what you're talking about." The other bugbear is content to just sit back and see what happens. You know, he's not getting involved. If this guy pisses off a red dragon, this other dude's not responsible for that, so he can just sit back and watch as the first, or I guess the other bugbear.
Do you want me just to escort you to the temple, just to make the point, or do you just want to kill me here?
I want you to give me all of your possessions.
I need to do my bidding for my master. If I give you my possessions, the dragon will kill me tomorrow. So that's not going to work. What else do you want? Come on, say something reasonable I can give you.
Your money or your life?
Well, Ari, if I give you my money, I'd have a life because the dragon will just kill me anyway. So come on, something else. Come on. You got more than that. You're a smart guy. What else can I do?
No one's ever tried to negotiate with these bugbears before. It's a little unusual. He's not sure how to do it. He looks to his buddy for backup and is like, what do we do when they don't give us the money? And the other bugbear goes, "Well, I think we kill them." The first one goes, "All right." And
come on, you don't kill me, because that's boring.
Mace. And we should roll for initiative because he thinks that you are easy pickings on the road. The other guy believes you, but this bugbear is like, he's not a cleric of a dragon. That's ridiculous. There's no clerics of dragons. We're just gonna bash his head in and take his shit. Gonna end this tirade. So roll
8. Wait, got an 8. There's no tracker up. Oh, there it is.
So you get an 8. Yeah. He gets an 8 as well. Oh no.
I command him bow down.
All right, well, these things happen simultaneously, so his attack resolves as you command him to bow. His attack is a 14 plus, I think it's 5 or 3. Really? I gotta see what their bonus to hit is. Let's see, it's 3 from hit dice. Is there anything from strength? Ooh, I think it's 2 from hit die and 1 from strength. So plus 3 on 14 is a 17?
Yes.
It's just a 17, yep. So it's a whiff over your head as you command it to bow. I believe it gets...
Save
no
spell.
save.
Oh, really? Oh, it's not smart enough.
13 intelligence or more. And those with 6 hit dice or more entitled to saving throw. So what's this guy's int? 3 plus 3 is 6 plus 4 is 10. No saving throw. He must bow to you, which will basically take his action in the next round of combat, and you get to do whatever you want because he is bowing this round.
I insist you just go visit the dragon and leave me be. I'm just going off now. Have a good day, gentlemen. I have stood in front of a red dragon. Do you really think I'm afraid of you two? Now, I've told you exactly where you can find the red dragon. You can go there and confirm my story and give tribute to the red dragon or not. Good day, sir. And I walk north.
The one bugbear watching chuckles to himself as his companion is like forced to bow to you. The bowing companion has no control over his actions, and by the time the spell is ended and he like arises to his full form, you're already partway down the road, and you can just hear the other one cracking up with laughter and endlessly teasing his friend about, I told you, seems pretty legit to me. The offended, humiliated bugbear is going to make an encounter reaction check with you as a hostile subject. He'll roll an 11.
I've been friendly the whole time.
You forced him into, well, I guess maybe you're threatening, because you forced him into a bow. You know, that's
a bow. That's not,
Well, but to a bugbear.
I didn't say die.
No, but to a bugbear, you've threatened, like you've imposed your will over him. That's quite threatening. So he threatens you back, but he's not outright hostile. So he yells obscenities at you. He curses your mother. He tells you he's going to find your sister and break every bone in her body while she yet lives.
She lives half an hour south of Berkshire, down in a temple down a hole. Hope you don't find her there.
The bugbears head their separate way. You head your separate way. And a day later, you find yourself in Kershwick.
I look for a boat to get to Volutin on Embershore Isle.
Yeah, you could ask around. There is a boat that can take you there. But they're going to need to, they don't leave for 3 days. They've got some business here. You can wait. Okay, well, where are you going to stay for 3 days?
I've got a tent and I'll just stay outside town.
All right, you're just going to camp outside for 3 days?
Yeah. We've got to keep costs low.
Okay. And you've got food for 3 days?
I think I don't have food for 3 days, so I have to buy 3 days of rations.
Okay.
Okay, economics.
And how are you going to get back from Embershore? Are you planning that now, or are you going to deal with that when you get to Embershore?
Yeah, when I get there, it's a fishing town. I'll see what happens.
Okay. Right. So your time passes. Eventually, you're around Kershwick, it's nice and peaceful, so no problems camping in the woods. 3 days later, your boat is going to set sail. It's going to be...
How much is it going to be?
Great question. Actually, we're doing this. We stop here. Then we go out here. So it's going to be 2, 3 days. So it'll be about 3 gold.
All right, I've only got 2 gold. Well, no, I've got 20 copper, so that's
2.2 gold. Okay.
No, I got 2 gold, 9 silver, 20 copper.
Ah, you do have the 3 gold. Okay.
Yeah, I barely have it. So
all right, so you'll have 10 copper to your name when you're done with this.
Yeah. So I might have to work for my living once I get to the island, but I had money to get off.
All right. Well, you sail the seas. You run into... Oh, wow, it's a really easy journey all the way out to Volutin. They'll put you in a skiff, row you to shore, turn the skiff around, head back to the boat, and leave you on the island.
Well, am I at the fishing village?
You are at the small fishing village of Volutin on the north side of Embershore.
Howdy. Which way to the Dragon Cave?
The first fisherman that you'd see raises his eyebrows and says, Dragon Cave?
You know, the one that used to be on this island when this island was teleported across the world.
How do you know about that?
It made headlines.
What's a headline?
Well, you see, when nobles send letters to each other, the top story is the headline.
And you're a noble?
No,
my lord?
no. I'm an archaeologist, not a noble. I'm here to investigate the ruins where the dragon once laid.
Well, see that big-ass mountain?
Well,
The other side of it, there's an entrance. South side of the mountain.
Thank you.
But, be careful.
What's up?
Well, there's a dragon in there.
I thought the dragon teleported out somehow and took over Gate Isle. Because that story did spread far and wide, because there were wanted posters for the culprits who let it out.
Well, and then it all came back.
Oh, so it's back? It came back?
He shrugs, you know? The volcano spits flame from time to time, so, yeah.
No, yeah. Okay, I'm just going to go investigate. Thank you very much, sir. I'll head around the other side of the volcano.
Okay. You can head out across the Luton. Let's see.
So I'll leave the Luton and walk across Embershore. And I'll avoid the gorilla forest.
Misclicks.
So I'm not
Which one was it? It was
Seaborn.
Seaborn. That's
Seaborn.
right. I have no notes on.
Well,
here we go.
There's the
Here
wiki
we
if you
go.
want it. I've got every episode recapped on there.
No, but I thought I had a.
Oh, really?
What do you call it? An encounter table, maybe.
Yeah. Well, you've got the bamboo forest with the gorillas. You've got the kobolds as well, who live on the island.
Here we go. Overland encounter type. Excellent. Ancient encounter table.
I'm brandishing my amulet.
Okay, and it will take you probably like 2 days to get to the other side of the mountain, because it's going to be a new journey for you. You don't know the land at all.
No. Yeah.
So
I'm used to orienteering as an archaeologist, but obviously it's new terrain, so yeah, 2 days makes sense.
Yeah. Where is it? Okay. Do a quick refresher on what the hell this creature is. You come across a huge beetle. It must be like 4 feet long, maybe like 3 feet tall. It is red and black striped. And it's chowing down on some plants. You have not seen... Actually, you see a group of these together. It is 3 plus 2 plus 4, 6, 9 of these very large beetles.
So 16 large beetles, which I decide to avoid and steer clear of, if I can.
Yeah, they're sort of blocking your route. You'll have to take a longer route around.
All right, I'll take a very long route around.
Excellent. And it is on this longer route around that I open up my other set of notes and call for a check of sorts.
Set?
What is it here? No. Archives, outpost. Excuse me, those sneezes take forever. I need you to make me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Roll me a d7.
Oh boy. 5.
All right, so you move to get around these large beetles.
Mm-hmm.
When you don't notice that the ground next to you sort of gives way to a cliff. There's enough foliage around and like large bushes that you think it just continues, and you kind of like push through some bushes and your foot does not land on solid earth. It lands in void and you begin to slip and fall. I need you to give me a dex check or trip near a cliff.
26.
All right, you catch yourself on some of the branches and manage to pull yourself up, and you can continue safely and soundly. The next day.
More watch. Better
The
watch
next day. The next day you pass another pack of these giant beetles. Wow, that's the least interesting thing possible. Yeah, you can walk around them. They're herbivores.
Yeah. Well, I didn't remember that, so.
Yeah. No, you see them. They're big. They're scary. They could definitely fuck you up, but they're just chowing down, and you're just chowing down. So, is fine.
Yeah. All right, and I'll keep going to as directed around the other side of the mountain, looking up for a cave.
Yeah,
and
give me a perception
next
check.
to the cave, because there was a big clearing there. 28. My perceptions are growing so
These
good
are
today.
fantastic. Yeah, you can find what appears to be some sort of large ceremonial altar outside of a lava tunnel that leads into a cave. The area has been clear cut. There are large stones that rise all the way around. There's a nice big parade ground of flagstone. The archway, the lava tunnel has been like carved into a delicate archway with the shape of dragon heads all along it.
All right, I get out my light stone and venture in to the cave.
Right. Venture into the cave. The lava cave twists and winds, but the ground has been carved flat enough to walk fairly easily on. Off the side of the middle path, the ground is uneven and broken. You can see sections of the cave ceiling that have fallen to the ground, like huge chunks that are like many feet tall and yards long. Chunks that weigh tons, and if it landed on you, just simply crush you. And these things just fall from the ceiling from time to time, but probably not more than one every 100 years. So you could die at any moment, but probably not at any moment.
Yeah. Well, I look around, see if there's any foot traffic that I can see in the ground, footprints, or just is it dusty? Is it?
No, the stone is cool and solid. There's little dust that arrives in here, and there must be some amount, either someone sweeps this regularly or there's some amount of breeze that blows through, because there's no like piling of dust on the ground.
All right. I cautiously venture down the tube, the lava tube, passage cave, whatever it's called.
Yeah. You head deeper and deeper into the cave until you come across a pair of guardians. It is two women with breastplates, leather skirts, spears, and helms on with like leather shin guards. They're wearing hoplite armor. And they stand inside the cave, lit by torches. They see you come round one of these bends and call out to you, "Hail, pilgrim! What brings you to the dragon's den?"
I'm here to visit the dragon with news from Cinder the Red Dragon.
Who?
There's a dragon that trapped in a chamber such as the one I've heard is here underneath Berkshire. This is the amulet they have given me. And in my book, I do have a copy of the symbol that I gave to Scoria.
Do you show this to them?
Yes.
They are quite surprised by what you have to show them.
I'm merely an emissary of the great beings. I am not of any import myself.
How did you know of our den?
I asked at the fishing village and they said, oh, the cave's on the other side of the volcano.
But how do you know that this place exists?
Because the story of those who freed the dragon in 1509 got loosed to the world when they were wanted as criminals for releasing the dragon, and the stories of their exploits were well known.
They consider your story?
I mean, it's an undead skeleton who came in and was telling everyone, I told you so. That sort of does spread the word.
They nod back and forth to themselves. Proceed. And they let you past them. Emissary of one red dragon to another.
And I enter the chamber.
Yes. This antechamber is large, but not quite large enough. The dragon takes up most of the space, and one eye is open, showing like a golden hue with a black iris. The dragon has got its one eye open. It snorts, and a little bit of smoke rises from a nostril.
My Majesty, I'm an emissary of the Red Dragon Cinder.
I heard what you said to the guards.
My apologies.
Cinder is long dead.
This is the symbol they got me to give to Her Majesty Scoria, the Queen of Mystria. And I give them a copy of the symbol I wrote.
The dragon's one eye, crane, or I guess the neck cranes towards you, still one eye open, one eye closed, and looks at the symbol. You represent a dragon, that is for certain?
Yes, Your Majesty. I'm my Lord Cinder, who she is trapped in a chamber underneath the town of Berkshire to the south of here.
And why have you come here to see me?
To establish relations and also to find out how it is to escape from the chamber that they're trapped in.
I have no idea how Cinder, or the one who calls themselves by that name, could ever leave.
Because I heard of a red dragon fleeing from a chamber and taking over the Isle of Gade for some time.
Does it look like I own the Isle of Gadia?
No, Your Majesty, but I wish to understand the situation. I serve my Lord and Dragon Cinder, and he is seeking knowledge.
Tell Cinder I will give them the knowledge in exchange for half of their treasure.
Yes, Your Majesty. I'll pass this message along.
Splendid. Dragon leans back, closes its one open eye. Although you can tell it's still watching you in some form or another.
Yeah, I walk backwards out of the cave, bowing as I go, showing it full respect.
Yep, you back on out. The two guardians let you go. Yeah.
This is Brimstone, yes?
The fire incarnate.
Yeah. How is Brimstone back here? I heard that Brimstone escaped. How's Brimstone back here?
Escaped and then lost again.
Oh my goodness.
You would have to ask the mayor.
The mayor. All right. The village, the looted?
The guards nod.
All right. Thank you for your time. I was hoping for good news for my dragon, but this is most troubling. And I leave.
Yep, you can leave. and head back across the island. It'll take you a full day to get back the other direction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. Do I see more beetles?
Well, I hope not.
I know. I'm trying to be careful with cliffs this time too. But,
Yep.
you know, you can't.
Yep. Beware the cliffs. Giant rats.
I just use the light stone to scare them off.
Yeah, I don't think giant rats are a real threat to you.
Yeah.
I think they're just ratting about. So
Yeah.
Yep,
I just
no problem.
wave the light around to keep them at bay and just keep walking.
yeah, you can ignore the giant rats. You make it back to Volutin the next day.
Right. So
Your
what's
food
the
supplies
look
are
like
probably
these days?
quite low.
Yeah, I'm out, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've only got 9 copper left.
Yeah. Well, Volutin is a happy little fishing village. They've got like a little port going on here. They've got some, a little bit in the way of farming. It's mostly fishing, little bit of agriculture, like a little bit of animal husbandry happening, but not much. Some hunting. People come and eat bush meat from time to time. The town is pretty cozy and quiet. I guess you probably arrive back in Volutin near the evening. And so there are a series of bars down by the beach that are open. And there are people out there sipping on, what do you call them?
I don't know. I don't drink.
It's like some sort of tropical cocktail that I can never remember the name of.
Not
a
margarita.
It's not a margarita. It's a Mai Tai. Sipping Mai Tais. That's a tropical drink if I've ever heard of one.
Sounds it.
Yep. Having a good time. Hanging out. Chatting amongst themselves.
I'll see about getting a meal of fish, if that's possible.
Yeah, they'll charge you 2 copper for your meal of fish.
All right, that's good. All right, I'm down to 8. All right. Asking, who's the mayor of Volutin? I was told to speak with him.
Mayor Diana.
Mayor Diana.
Mayor Diana. That one. And they point you down the beach. You can see there is this woman dressed in scale mail with a minotaur head helmet.
Boy.
Yeah.
Maribel's Marauders are back, I guess. I'll head on over.
Yeah. There's some music playing. There's people having their Mai Tais. Some kids playing in the water. A little bit of bioluminescence splashing on the coast. You come and find Mayor Diana, who sees you coming and instantly recognizes you as someone not from this town, and wearing all this heavy armor, hiking through the jungle probably all day, all sweaty and gross. And she kind of, raises a hand in greetings. Sorry. Who the hell are you?
I am an emissary of the Red Dragon Cinder. I was here to visit Brimstone.
You mean Brimstone?
Brimstone. No, I'm of another dragon who asked me, and I'm here on their behalf.
A lot of red dragons. This is not good news.
It's under Berkshire and trapped, much like Brimstone, the Fire Incarnate.
Oh, thank God.
Only Scoria Magnificence is free. I am Mystrian.
Uh-huh.
I just travel between the Red Dragons and giving information. I wasn't even aware that Brimstone had come back to this island. I heard they were free on Gadia, and then they
just travel between Red Dragons talking to them?
Yeah, I'm an emissary.
I see, she says.
I have no knowledge of how to free them, if that's your concern.
What? I suppose you're here to emissary between your dragon and ours.
Yeah. I spoke with Brimstone the Fire Incarnate 2 days ago, and I came back to this village, and I was told to ask you about how Brimstone came back to be on this island, because Brimstone was free on Gadia in 1509.
There is an artifact of great power that was used in an attempt to seal Brimstone, Fire Incarnate, away for all the ages.
Such an artifact can exist?
Things were not great for our mighty dragon. His demise was imminent, was about to arrive, and he used the last of his great wish spells to keep himself from being trapped forever. But wish magic is fickle indeed, and Brimstone was returned to their home as wished for. Unfortunately, Brimstone's home is underneath a great mountain, and so Brimstone avoided permanent entombment in an orb of imprisonment, only to come home to their former jail, former cell, former buried beneath a mountain.
Now, did the two chambers look similar, like the one where Brimstone was in and the one that Cinder is in? I mean, were they similar?
How would I know? I've never even heard of Cinder, let alone seen their lair.
Neal, I'm asking Neal because I looked at both of them.
Oh, you're asking? Yeah. No, they look completely different.
It's different.
Yeah, totally different.
It's not like different magical incantations or anything. It's just a cave, different caves.
Yeah, the one under Berkshire is sort of like a small earthen cave with some lava in it. The one under Mount Volutin, there was a small stone lair, but there was clearly chambers that led off deeper into the area, and the dragon was not like imprisoned. It was free to move between the many chambers, but not out through the main door.
So the different sorts of entrapments. Yeah, because my dragon, Cinder, was spoke of being lured into their cave at a young age by beings they did not disclose, and then it grew too big to leave before the breaking of Arcadia, and it has been trapped there ever since.
An unlikely story.
Yes, I don't know its full merit as accuracy, but there has been research done on your dragon, as well.
I see. Well, good luck. You're not trying to free the dragon, are you?
I have no method of freeing a dragon. I'm level 2.
Splendid.
Yeah.
Then why?
Yeah, I serve my dragon to seek knowledge because they have knowledge of the past, however skewed that knowledge is. Like, from their lens, humans are just ants, but they know the major events. They know this pyramid was built for this reason, or this island didn't exist 1,500 years ago. Like, broad strokes, you can rely on dragon knowledge for history. They're living witnesses to history before they became trapped.
The mayor bobs her head up and down in agreement.
The dragon has never asked me to free them because I have no method of doing so. But if I found a method, I may be forced to do so. But that is so unlikely.
Well, I hope you fail in this journey and attempt.
Understood. Yeah.
No offense.
I wonder how these red dragons became trapped the same way underground. There must be something that happened 1,500 years ago or more that trapped them both.
It seems strange that you would have 2 red dragons trapped underground.
And Scoria only appeared 150 years ago in Mystria. She may have been trapped before that. We have no knowledge of where she came from before that.
Certainly someone did the world a favor a long time ago.
Oh, this is a mystery. I'll keep investigating. I want to know the history of the world.
Well, we would love to know how to trap a dragon underground should Brimstone ever be free.
Again. Did the culprits ever get caught? Because the wanted posters were all around back in the day. When the ones who freed Brimstone, the Fire Incarnate, they were wanted posters. Maribel's Marauders?
Yes,
they ever caught?
Maribel's Marauders. That was a dark time in our island's history. Maribel's Marauders are no longer with us. They are far, far away.
With this orb, I assume.
I cannot say.
Because that orb sounds very useful as well.
I wish I knew. I grew up in this town. I was here when Maribel's Marauders were most active. I was here when our island vanished and reappeared near Gadia, and I was here when it returned home. Maribel's Marauders did not come back with us, and we have not seen them since.
Tell me, was there an event that caused the island to return, or do you know what caused the island to come back?
I certainly do not.
It's one of the great mysteries, how this island went there and came back.
How one moves an entire island across the continent, I have no idea.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing you teleported back, because that was at ground zero of the demon invasion over there. They were over at Heatstroke, so...
I thought that Gadia had been...
Not Gadia, it's near Gadia. South of Gadia is Heatstroke.
Ah, yes.
Gadia itself has had no reports I'm aware of. But, we're so far away, it's hard to get accurate reports.
Well, we get very little news from that side of the world. We usually only hear from the locals in Coxport.
Yeah. Well, the war is ongoing with Mistria. I can tell you that much. More troops are moving to the front lines. The rock's been slain to allow shipments of iron ore to the army. So, things are progressing. That's all the news I can share with you.
Well, good luck on your journey. I pray you never find the answers you seek.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Good night.
No. Right.
All right. And how are you going to get home, Mr.
I'm going to try to get a job in town for a few months or something to get enough money to get passage back.
What can you do? What skills do you have that someone might wish to pay you with?
I could teach. I've got a lot of knowledge like they probably don't have experts in, but okay.
But in like useful things or just history?
Folklore, cartography, history ancient, local history, sage knowledge history, archaeology.
Cartography could be useful. There are many about that sail out of here, and being able to do proper maps and charts could be quite useful. Being able to draw things to scale, being able to interpret these things could be quite useful. So make me a charisma check to see if you can get a job as a cartographer.
20.
Oh,
no. Come on, I actually know how to be a cartographer.
I know, but they just don't need one right now, and you're not convincing enough to sway them otherwise. What else could you do?
I've got history, sage knowledge history, local history, and folklore. So I've got a lot of points into history stuff.
Yeah. They don't need to pay anyone for history, and they know all the things about this island that they need to know, so the folklore isn't super useful.
And I've got literacy if anyone wants to learn common, reading, writing common. I could be a literacy teacher.
You could.
Also languages. I've got a few languages they could learn if they want, like Elven or Mistrian or Old Common.
Let me roll some dice.
All right. Sure.
Don't need any of those things. Oh my god.
Don't make me
Oh
starve to
my,
death.
2 3s and a 1. There are no jobs for you here. First
Is
off,
there any
you're this
manual
weird
labor?
outsider who's like showing up in armor, so everyone's a little sketched out. Secondly, the mayor, you talk to the mayor about like finding dragons. You talk to other people about going to the dragon cave. Some of the guards saw you in the dragon cave. Everyone's a little sketched out by you and the dragon cave. They all kind of like want you off the island, but no one's really willing to pay you enough money to like hire a ship to leave, and no one really wants to just like haul your ass home. And so you're left here with no means of employment on a deserted
I've got
desert.
16 strength, so I could just do fishing.
Ah, yeah,
On a
you
boat.
could just
It's manual
do
labor.
you could just do manual labor.
Yeah, I'll do manual labor if I have to.
Oh, right.
For however long it takes to get me home.
Make me a strength check.
28.
All right, so you pass by 7. So 8. And you're gonna need like 3 gold. You're basically broke.
Yeah.
So normal rates
You
for
got the spreadsheet?
laborers. Normal labor rates are 10 copper a day. How do I do this? Okay, so this is not like a full-fledged city where there's infinite labor to be done. You
yeah.
gotta like pick and scrape, and not every day you're gonna be able to work. So you're gonna make about an average of 8 copper a day here. But then you're also gonna have some expenses to feed yourself. You might be able to find some food on your own and do a little bit of scavenging.
I'll keep saving up little by little to get me home.
Right. So I think you can probably earn. Let me take
3
a
a
look at my
day?
table here. Yeah, probably right around there. I just want to do a quick little bit of math, though.
So 300 days.
Rations, 300 days, a long time.
Huh?
It's a year on the island,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. Do they get any more friendly towards me after time?
Well, I'm not quite ready to skip a year down the road.
300 days to get 3 gold. Well, that makes sense if I'm doing the bog standard manual labor. And I already gave the dragon 52 gold this episode too.
Ugh. All right. So 2 months pass.
All right, 2
You
months.
are not made any more welcome in town. You basically have to like set up a semi-permanent camping spot outside of town.
Yeah.
Everyone's super sketched out about the man with the dragon amulet who like showed up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But you find enough work hauling things around and breaking rocks or, chopping wood that you can afford passage, like cheap passage on a boat and like, sharing a spot in the hull, in where they put the ballast of the ship. And they don't bring you any food, but they give you some water. Just enough money to make it back to Kershwick after 2 months.
Oh boy. All right, I'm back in Kershwick.
Yep.
All right, and I'll
Back
head
to
south.
Kershwick.
Head south to Berkshire.
Great. Why don't we take a break here and we'll come back for our last segment on the other side. See you soon.
Bye.